The Miami Hurricnaes, they are phase 1 of return to campus for voluntary workouts.
Wow. I love it. Was the King allowed to get there, or is it only people in state? Is he in state? Like, what is that?
I thought he was already in campus. I thought some of the players were already back.
Oh, all right, cool. I'm ready to roll here, Leroy. Bet on Rhett. Got that swag going. Maybe, this year you bring back the OG turnover chain, bring that good mojo with you. And then, of course, for the offense, the touchdown crown. The touchdown crown. Guy gets a touchdown. Touchdown crown. Touchdown crown. Touchdown crown. Touchdown crown.
What are you doing?
What? Because I didn't like the rings last year.
All of this stuff makes me a Miami hater.
Why? You don't like the touchdown rings?
No.
Okay, instead of the rings, though, touchdown crown.
Guess what?
I guess technically
I was tired of all of your props being left in the box last year.
I guess technically as a king, you could have them kiss the ring.
Couldn't score a touchdown against La Tech.
Look, different quarterback.
Have they ever been shut out in a bowl game?
I don't know.
I mean, they scored 3 points the bowl game before.
So in 2 bowl games,
yes,
they've scored a total of 3 points.
Yes, and I believe they've been outscored 42-3.
I'll ask you again. I'll ask you again.
Yeah. Different quarterback. Different offensive coordinator. All right. Line reinforcements. It's all different this year, baby.
How's the record going to be any different?
A lot more wins, a lot fewer losses.
Good analysis.
Yep. Thank you.
Should be on ESPN.
Touchdown crown. Touchdown crown. Touchdown crown. Touchdown.
Serious
crown.
question.
How cool would the touchdown crown be? Come on.
Well, I'd be more excited that they scored touchdowns.
I know, but then after the touchdown, you go and De'Aaron King sits on a throne and you give him a crown, a touchdown crown. It's got orange and gold. It's got orange and green jewels in it. It'd be great. Coronate every touchdown.
So he admits it. Miami hater. That's box and a band. So now we throwing combos. Box and a band. Wait a minute. I didn't box myself in.
You kind of did.
You didn't even play. Wait, no.
I did play it. When you boxed Tobin in, I did play it.
Yes, you did.
An hour later?
Nah, he played
I was letting the review process play out.
Even though his was incorrect.
Oh, my goodness.
Touchdown crown. Touchdown crown. Touchdown crown. Touchdown crown.
Does Manny Diaz, if he loses the first, if everything's normal, we don't know what the situation's going to be if everything's normal, but if he loses the first game of the season to Temple, the team that they had to pay $4 million to get their own coach back.
I don't know, man.
That they still don't have?
You mean, yeah. So you're saying if they lose to Temple, is that a fireable loss?
I mean,
it's possible. I mean, I'm not saying it's definite, Robbie, but Rhett Lashley could be the coach by week 2.
You think they give it to him?
Yeah, why not? Who else are you going to give it to?
Blake Baker? Is he still on the staff?
Definitely not Blake Baker.
I got to tell you, there's nothing more miserable than seeing Manny try to explain away some of those losses. Right? Oh, God.
We're 4 plays away from being 13-0, and Troy.
I'm a hater, but that's something that came out of
same kids, same everything.
Troy actually went to LSU
2 years ago. Troy went to Baton Rouge and beat LSU, who right now is the #1 team in the country. So things can change.
Huh? Can they?
Now, Tobin, I got an idea for who's going to be the coach of the Canes week 2. He's already on the staff.
The Chief?
The Chief. Ed Reed.
The Chief. Leroy, let me ask you something. Let me ask you something.
No.
Would you root for Temple to beat the Canes if you knew Ed Reed could be the coach?
No.
Why?
So you would wish for your team to lose so you can get what you want.
Well, what if in the long run it was the better play? If you knew Ed Reed was going to be a better coach than Manny Diaz.
You don't know that. You'd be lying if you knew that.
How could he be worse after that first year? Think about this resume. You lost to FIU, shut out by La Tech, lose to the team that hired you, and then you left and got bought out and lost to Duke. How does it get worse than that? How could Ed Reed not do better than that? Huh?
Really?
Huh?
You thought the last coach, you thought Manny was going to do better than
I did.
Rick.
Fair, look, I'll take that on the chin. I did agree. I thought that he was going to be the man. I thought that we were going to seamlessly transition. But Ed Reed's different.
That's because he told you.
Ed Reed's got a resume. He's got himself.
Here. Let me ask you a question. If this team loses to Temple,
yeah,
at some point you got to acknowledge that the players aren't good, and it doesn't matter who the coach is.
It matters to some degree, though. You know, like
to some degree.
Yeah.
Look, when I think of Miami, I'm thinking of we have enough athletes that there's no way in hell a team with Temple's talent should be able to come in here and beat Miami's talent.
Correct.
Right? Same thing with FIU.
Yep.
Same thing with FAU.
Yep.
Okay? Now,
And lose to FAU.
if for some strange chance, hold on, I'm getting there, Robbie. If by some strange chance they should happen to lose to the Dukes, the North Carolinas,
Georgia
the
Tech.
FIUs, then you got to take a step back and acknowledge, wait a minute, our talent isn't as dominant as we thought it was, and we got to take a different path.
Agreed.
A different path. Okay.
And that different path is Ed Reed.
But, dude, we just had a 5-minute conversation about the talent, and you said what would make things different is not better talent, but a coach who we hope will work out.
This is the reason I think that, though. Ed Reed is the poster child for guy who was not thought of as talented and turned himself into a great player.
Okay, but the talent on his team is known for not having any.
But he's going to be the different funnel. Like, imagine having Ed Reed go into your living room as opposed to Manny Diaz, the guy who lost to FIU.
Okay, but then that's a whole different conversation. You think that Ed Reed would be an excellent recruiter.
Like, Robbie, who's this guy that
You know what the
everybody
best
wants?
recruiting tool Miami has right now?
Yeah, Ed Reed.
You want to know what the best recruiting thing the Canes have right now? Is the law that passed in the state of Florida.
It helps. It helps.
Helps!
It helps.
When you're the only state doing it? No, it's more than just helps.
It helps.
Yeah, but Florida
Okay.
and Florida State also have the same benefit.
Yeah, Florida State has that. Florida, like, you
Okay.
still got some. You
Well,
got some
Florida
competition.
State, Florida State need to calm down on Twitter before we have any confidence in them.
Now you do have that liar who now coaches FSU, and then is he another one who actually had his kid apologize for telling the truth, but he didn't apologize? How did that work?
Well, he
No.
lied, but I think he ended up apologizing. But yeah, there's the same situation. The players said they weren't going to come back to workouts because he flat out lied, said he had a conversation with everybody when he didn't have a conversation with everybody.
And then you got Dan Mullen, who's basically drywall with a polo on. So I'm not worried about that. Here's what I'm worried about. What I'm worried about is we're going to miss an opportunity here to have the chief take over as the head coach.
If they lose to Temple, you think he wanted to have that job?
100%. I think he's going to demand it.
I'm telling you, I don't
Might
think
be a
you
clause-
realize
might be a
players
cla-
don't want that time constraint.
Well, he's already taken the time constraint. He's the
No,
chief.
he not. He comes and goes as
He's
he
the
pleases.
chief.
He comes and goes as he pleases.
Let's be honest. He's doing that only to not step on Manny Diaz's toes. If he had his ways, he'd be there at all times.
And I'm telling you, no, he wouldn't. You can put whatever twist you want on it. I'm telling you, one of the reasons why players don't become coaches is because of the time.
But some players do become coaches, and Ed Reed wants to coach. Wasn't he like an intern for Rex Ryan? Terrible.
Yep.
Who wants to hang out with Rex Ryan?
Ed Reed. I'm going to tell you, defense players love him. So there's that.